This is what happens if you drop something pointy on your roof.
Yeah, well, or what if it goes and it all went away and we're like, we fixed it, but
we didn't.
We didn't.
I think it's got some ancient poo-poo on the walls, just making it a little tiny hole down there.
Yesterday, we moved into the Class C. However, there's a major problem. It still doesn't have AC, and we're in Florida, and it's hot, and we can't leave the dogs in the RV until we fix that problem. But we're about to do just that.
Really, the biggest challenge we're about to have to face is this AC weighs 88 pounds, 80 pounds, we'll say 80 pounds, 80 to 90 pounds, and we have to get it on the roof. We don't have anything. There ain't no chance that that ladder on the back of this dang Class C is carrying a person carrying 80-something pounds up it. First, I don't even think I could carry 80-something pounds up the ladder.
We'll just strap it to your back.
Yeah, I don't know. So we gotta figure out how we're gonna get it on the roof. I am thinking we're gonna leave it in the box until we get it up there though, and then unwrap it and go from there, but let's get started doing that.
And this is not just any AC. This is a brand new AC, just now available for consumers to purchase, and we'll be telling you more about exactly what it is as we install it.
All right, I'm gonna just
toss it up. Go ahead. That's how we do it. With like those boxes, like the fans. You did it that one time.
Oh, yeah.
Almost. You almost had it.
Hurt my hands.
I think we put it on. Can the Samurai roof hold 80 pounds?
Yeah.
And you drive it over and stand it up and lift it up.
80 pounds. So I think put it up there. You might open the back and stand it up so you can stand it on the side, and then I just reach down
back
somewhere
there
on the back and then grab it. A big old gap over there.
Pretty big gap. You still have about 6 inches or so.
I can't tell. I don't want to scrape the side on the thing. All right, let's see what happens.
What? It's down here.
I think I can lift it up and just slide it over.
You by yourself?
Oh, what if I do it like this?
Okay. Wait, do I need to help? Hang on. Let me get somewhere. Are you just doing it?
I think so.
Are you sure?
I think. We're about to find out.
Okay. Don't hurt yourself. Oh my gosh. Look at him go. 80 pounds. Oh no. Don't drop it. This looks dangerous. I'm not standing down here. You're getting it. Yeah.
That was heavy.
Way to go, Craig.
The straps. This thing's hurt my fingers. Come on now.
Okay, hang on. You get the camera. I can't climb and do. I'm not coordinated like some of us. All right, we are opening it. So, since you can probably see the name here, we are installing a Furrion Chill Cube variable speed RV rooftop air conditioner. This is the exact air conditioner that we have on the Brinkley, except for it's black, not white. That's really the only difference here. And the other difference is you can actually buy this one now. Before, it was exclusive to Brinkley's or any manufacturers that were just putting them on their RVs. But it's available now on eTrailer, and we'll give you a link in just a bit.
I feel like it looks a little different. This is what happens if you drop something pointy on your roof. It'd suck if I miss.
Yeah, well, or what if it goes all the way through?
It's just poking a hole right into your roof.
So don't drop anything pointy on your roof. Okay, so that's the hole that Craig almost stepped in that is just roof material. That's the only thing underneath of it. And we have to cut the X in it so we can put the AC in the hole.
Ready?
I think so. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. What do we have to lose?
A lot.
A lot. Yeah, don't cut it too far.
All right, here we are. All right, so now I think all we gotta do is set that sucker down on the hole here, and then I gotta go inside and wire stuff up. You right? Sound good?
I don't know, I haven't read the instructions, but it sounds good.
Let's look at the bottom of it.
Lift it up, lift it up.
Ooh. So we got this seal here that will get compressed once we put the inside down. But maybe we go to the instructions for now. I don't think it's enough, or look at a video. After watching my YouTube buddies, which is just anybody on YouTube talking about what I need them to talk about, I figured it out. It's just as easy as it looks. You just pick it up and set it on your hole straight as possible. You got a seal on the bottom that I showed you guys, and it compresses to create the watertight seal so it doesn't leak when it rains, which we'll show you how exactly it does that when we go to connect the other part from the inside. But for now, all we got to do up here is put this on the hole and go down to do the rest.
Got the wires going down.
Yeah, pick the back up.
All right.
You can pull your back that way if you want. There you go.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay, we left enough room on the sides of the solar panels. That was good.
Good job,
we measured. Good
job, us.
So the reason we were so anxious to be among the first people to get one of these ACs aftermarket for an older or different AC than an RV that already came with one like the Brinkley is because they are much, much more energy efficient, which we have already seen and tested for about a year in the Brinkley. And so when we knew we wanted to be able to go off grid in this thing, we were like, we have to have an AC that can run, that our batteries can run for a long time. This is where all the magic happens, huh? The distribution box. Ooh, it's all falling out.
It's a lot more parts than I thought. So this is gonna be our louvered vent door, kind of like all ACs have that dump setting. Well, we don't have ducted ducts in this RV, so we had to get the non-ducted version. So ours will just be in dump setting always, which, I mean, for as small of a space as it's gonna be plenty. It's kind of like a mini split, and that's how it's so efficient. But they do also make a ducted version of this. We just don't have ducts in this RV, so it went non-ducted.
All right, we're reading the instructions. We're headed inside because the next thing we have to do is dry fit the distribution box. Make sure everything's all lined up.
Oh, okay, that's hold it. Oh, and this is extra part of this in case like our roof was thicker, but I don't think we'll have to have it because our roof is thin. Remember, because our roof was going to be too thin.
Oh yes, we are a little concerned that our roof will not be. Oh, is it going to fit?
I think it will be good enough because it will pinch everything.
Yeah. Oh, what? This way front. There we go. We were a little concerned about how thin our roof was because it's, I gotta double check, but I believe it's made for like 3.5-inch roof to like probably thicker than anybody's roof ever is on an RV. So not necessarily made for the super thin, like 2-inch roof it's like we had, but we added an extra layer up top. And then our ceiling too, our ceiling like thing that we did added like another 1/2 inch down. So I think we have thickened our roof enough around the AC to give it something to pinch down on. It looks good?
Yeah, I think so. You ready?
Yeah.
What's
okay.
next?
Next up, we would probably, oh my gosh, you almost poked me in the eyeball with a big old bolt. We tried really hard to make sure we brought the right selection of tools and things like that from the Brinkley. Obviously, if we absolutely need something that we didn't bring, we can buy it along the way, but we don't really want to double buy anything. They're big bolts. What do they do? Just go up into the housing or whatever of it?
Up and then pinches everything closed.
Well, I brought this, but this is not going to be the right size.
The socket set. It may be a drill with an attachment so I can just it all the way down. So. Well,
the socket set is here. Socket set.
Nice one. What are you doing?
Well, you got your butt pointed right at the camera. What am I supposed to do?
Be normal. Torque that wrench. Torque that wrench. All right, we got it up there and attached. I think we're probably about to move on to wiring, which means we got to shut off all the power so I don't get electrocuted.
Yeah.
All right.
We didn't turn the power off.
Daggum. I about got electrocuted. We can't put that in there. Holy smokes. I hope we didn't just trip a breaker.
I hope not too. One of the mega fuses. All right, the shroud is going on. I think that's what they called it.
Shroud.
Shroud is going on. Just gotta screw it on and then
give me a screw.
Connect some wires.
Yeah, more wiring. I'm thinking we're gonna try it out and turn it on and make sure it's blowing cool air before we just pack everything up in here and close it all up and put a bunch of screws in it. So we gotta turn the breakers on, shut off switches on, and cross our fingers. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
It's moving. Oh. Holy!
There was cool air coming out of it. I feel it over here.
What is that though?
Something seems not right.
I got scared.
I don't know.
I don't know, like...
Hang on.
Maybe there was some... There's my parents. Maybe there's some packaging in the fan box that we didn't take out.
Maybe. Let's check that.
Oh my goodness. So earlier we said ours might be too narrow, and I think it is a little bit. So it's shoving this foam, I don't know what it is, duct box into the fan up there. It's not as bad now, but that's what was making all the noise. So we got to try and figure out how to either cut some of that foam away or
add our ceiling.
make it a little thicker. I don't know, but we'll figure that out.
All right, the ACN is installed. I put our little AC remote control holder right here with all of the other things. This one looks a little newer than these two, which are original to the RV. But anyways, it was the little noise we had making a weird noise that didn't sound like the one in our Brinkley is because our roof is a little shorter. It came with extra foam that you can add when you have a normal, I guess, width roof, but because we have a little short one, we had to take some of the foam out, and now it's doing pretty good. And this is, let me tell you why we're so excited about this AC versus a normal RV AC, because we can run it for the longest time on our battery power.
So on our first RV, the one we even had before the Brinkley, we had a solar system that we installed on it, but it had just your regular like AC, RV AC on it, and we could power it after we installed a soft start on it, and then we could only power it during the day when the sun was shining right on our solar panels because it drew so much power. However, now that we've switched, our Brinkley even has one of these, and we've switched to the Furrion Chill Cube, it doesn't draw nearly as much power, and we can literally run this thing all night long if we want to.
We actually did it the other night just to kind of test it out because it's been warm in Florida here, and we're on electric hookups right now, but we just took them off and it ran all night long, and still woke up with like 79% battery power or something.
Yeah, I think we're going to try and see how much power it actually draws. We're going to turn it on. We're going to bring up our Victron app that shows us like how much power is being taken out of our batteries. We'll unhook from shore power. We won't have anything giving us power except for the solar, which we can disconnect that. So the only way we'll be getting power is from our battery bank, and it should show us a good representation on how much this thing's actually drawing.
The other benefit to this thing, the reason I wanted it is actually much quieter after we fixed our little problem we were having. That's why we were looking crazy faced when it was making all that noise, because we're like, that's not normal. It's much quieter than your typical RV ACs.
Yeah, like we have one in the Brinkley that's in our bedroom. That sucker is loud.
You can't sleep with it.
These are pretty quiet for an AC.
I'm gonna go and hook the power outside. Turn it off. See, we can still get to all our solar stuff. We just have to move all the couch cushions.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to disconnect our charge controller, which is the top one. So with your typical RV ACs, let's say like a 15,000 BTU RV AC, as soon as you start it up, that's when you get your biggest draw, which can be up to like 3,200 watts. Most people install a 2000 watt or a 3000 watt inverter, and so as soon as you turn it on, it trips it, and that's why you have to have a soft start installed on it, just so it ramps it up a little slower and doesn't hit over that 3000 watt threshold. With this one, which is an 18,000
BTU, yeah.
18,000 BTU AC, on startup, which it ramps itself up automatically. You don't have to have a soft start installed. It ramps up by itself. What was it? I think it was like,
well, let's turn it on and see.
300 watts or something. Yeah. Okay. So right now we're at right here on our AC loads with it off. We're already drawing 225 watts just with everything plugged in. Let's turn it on. It's gonna take a minute. It takes for
which is good. It ramps up real slow.
Unless you're doing a YouTube video on it and trying to hold everybody's attention through this whole
All right,
time.
do something funny. Do something funny.
Yeah, it's like I hear it. It's cutting on a little more. We're up to 446 watts now. 483.
Up to about 550. And still, it's still so much less.
So what are we at? About 200? I can't remember. Was it 230, 250? 220 something when we first before we turned it on. So we're at like
300 and something. Maybe 400 extra watts we're adding. Yeah, and it's starting to go a little bit down. So we literally maxed out at like 370 watts. I mean, we maxed out at 570 watts.
Don't be lying to them. So it does pretty good. I don't know. It's better than a 15,000 BTU RVAC, and it's 18,000.
Which is more cooling power, right?
More cooling power, draws less power. I don't know. We're gonna be testing it for you guys. Taking
in some
it all
hot
over
places.
The place. Yeah, so we're gonna see if this thing holds up. But so far, I'm super happy with it. Also, it's getting cold, and we don't need it 63 degrees in here.
No, we don't need it 63. We'll turn it on a normal temperature and then show you kind of after a few minutes, after it's done ramping up and doing the cooling thing, what the maintenance power draw is. So this is what you probably feel or deal with at night.
So after it's been running for about 10 minutes, it drops the power consumption way down. I think we're pulling, what did we say earlier? 17 to 18 ounces what we were using before we turned it on. And it's pulling now 19. It's been going from 18 to 19. So right in there. So it's like 2 amps, which it is just kind of maintaining. So it's not really having to work so hard. Now, like I guess that would simulate like at night, you're probably at the temperature you want to be after you done cooled your RV down.
Also, like, can you even hear it? It's running right now.
I would say the only thing that would make it more efficient and better is if our RV was ducted. That would probably help a lot. But it wasn't ducted when we got it, and I ain't putting ducts in.
No, we would lose so much headspace.
Yeah. So this is how good. This is, I think, as good as it gets with an RV AC. So I'm pretty excited about it. I'm excited about the places we're about to go because it's going to get warm, and with this, we'll be able to stay longer in warmer places.
That's true. If with the non-ducted version, so if you're thinking about putting it in, it basically, if you can't tell, it's just this swinging arm, and it blows the air out basically all the time. You can also set it in a specific position if you want to.
You know what kind of sinks? Well, it doesn't sink. It's nice that you'll never hear anybody talking about this, but you travel around in the RV. If you're full-time in the RV, you're always chasing like a really nice middle tier temperature. You don't want it too cold, you don't want it too hot. But if it's not too hot, then the water is cold. And if it's too cold, then the water's cold. So you don't ever get to do like water activities very often because the water's always just cold. However, now that we'll have this, we'll be able to stay longer in hot places in the year and actually be able to do surfing, kite surfing. That's all I do in the water. Snorkeling? I don't know.
Also, boondocking in those places, which is our major thing. We've always had to like hightail it out of there if we wanted to boondock somewhere where it got hot. Oh, it's kicking on a little bit. You can hear it. How much power are we drawing?
Too much. It's at least 50 amps.
Let's see.
Oh, it's going up. 19,
20 amps.
No, it's going back down.
Oh, 19.
Oh.
So we're cooling, and it's still, like, it's definitely cooling, like I can feel it. And we're still only drawing like 3 amps. That's crazy. You can also set, so this is our what, thermostat? This is the thermostat. So you can set this wherever you want it, put it on follow me mode, and it will use the temperature. So if we want to get the back all the way cool, we can put follow me, take this all the way to the back, and it'll keep running.
But I wouldn't recommend doing that because this thing does primarily blow towards the front.
Yeah.
Which is great for when we're sleeping, but it's going to be harder to get the cool air back there unless you have a fan up here blowing the cold air back, which you could do.
Also makes a lot more sense on a fifth wheel because it's usually in the back and then it's blowing towards the front of the thing. Anyways, if you want to check this out, like you said, it's just now become available to consumers. Thank you to eTrailer for sponsoring this video. You can scan this QR code, check it out on their website. They've got all the versions, the ducted, the non-ducted, black, white. We got the black one on our roof.
Yeah, black outside and white inside.
Yeah, which I don't think that comes black inside.
I don't know.
But
I just wanted to be a part of the conversation.
But anyways, we're really grateful to eTrailer. If you don't know which ones you need or need, advice, chat with their enthusiasts on their website and they'll help you make sure you get the right one. But I would say this is a pretty good upgrade. We're excited about it.
So with it, it's like full on cooling now. Well, full on in whatever mode to just keep the temperature at what it's at. And we are at, and this last time before we quit talking about this dang AC. I know y'all probably don't care too much about it, but it makes me happy.
They probably don't care about this part. We're like, the numbers, numbers.
Like we're drawing 26 amps now, and it's like actively trying to cool the space. So that's pretty good. I don't know. It's not that much. What is that? Like 7 amps?
Yeah.
6, 7 amps.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. We did make another
8 amps.
8 amps.
8 amps.
Yo, math.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Tough one, guys.
There has been one other slight change to our little power setup since we're talking about power that we'll show you because, as you all know, Craig fixed the generator. But yeah, I'm gonna let him take it from here.
So the generator, I got it running. We ran the old AC that was in this thing on the generator, and I was proud of myself. And then I just let it sit there, and it quit working, guys. But we came up with a solution for the generator not working. Hey, my boy. Hey, my boy. I had my stepdad look at the old one before we did anything, and he said it seems like it might have jumped timing, and that honestly, it's just not really worth it to put a lot of money into it to figure all of that out. So this is what we did. We took out the original generator and went to Harbor Freight and bought the smallest 1400 super quiet inverter generator that they had. Actually, this is the second one from them because we bought one and it was broken out of the box. So I don't know what that says about Harbor Freight, and I know there's some diehard fans about this generator. We're gonna find out if it's anything good, but we took the old one out, got this one in here.
Fits in nice.
All we need this guy for is like if it's a cloudy day and we want to continue to put juice in our batteries and run our AC and all that stuff without draining our batteries more, we can pull this out because it'll be able to do that. 1400 watts, and yeah, we're pretty set with that and our solar and all.
So we're basically good to go on our power. There's no opportunities for us to just run out. We already have a big bank. We can run stuff for a long time because everything's super energy efficient. And if we do run out of solar power or power in general, we've got a little generator to keep us topped off. Look at these doggos, they love it here.
Okay, stop it.
Oh my goodness. Luna's trying to hog tie you and Maverick together. And, oh, the install was like pretty easy, huh?
Yeah, install's pretty easy. You just set the thing on there, get it in your position, and then you 4 bolts from the bottom after you get your piece in and wired up, and it's mounted.
Good to go.
Until it rains and leaks. I don't know, then we'll figure
that
that out.
No, I don't think so. I think we're gonna be good. I hope anyways. We'll keep an eye on it because, you know, it was a DIY thing here. Now that we've told you about a really cool thing that's working exactly like we thought it would, let's tell you about our thing that's not working like we thought it would at all.
I'm so sick of this dang RV. I'm having to work on it, guys. I just want it to be good. I want it to be perfect. I wanted to buy a 1991 RV and it be perfect right out the box.
And for anybody who can't take the sarcasm here, just before
I'm
you
not
go.
being sarcastic.
No, okay.
I hate this RV. No, I'm just kidding. I'm actually super excited to get to travel in it and see the difference between like a drivable one, which we already got to experience a little bit. And I gotta say, guys, the pros to having a drivable RV versus one you tow behind it are really nice. I'm really enjoying being able to, especially without the slides. I think if you had the slides, it would take away a little bit because you got to do a little bit more where you can't just jump in and go. But I am enjoying it.
There are some negatives. One of the negatives is that the tanks are usually a lot smaller on a drivable versus like a big fifth wheel. And we thought our black tank was like super small. I was considering getting a composting toilet. And then we discovered, what did we discover?
We discovered that the toilet don't drain. And see how it's just filling up right there?
Oh no.
They're not supposed to do that.
No, they're not.
Ever since we've been in this RV, the toilet has been a problem. Whether it's too tall,
not the toilet, really.
It's not. It's not.
It's the stuff around the toilet.
As soon as we installed the toilet, it seemed like it was working. We took this thing, as you guys probably know now, if you've been following along, we took it down to Tampa, and that's when we got to really experience our bathroom. And we thought we just had an extremely small black tank. Every time you flushed, it would kind of bubble as if the black tank was full. We thought that was kind of weird. Was hoping maybe like the vent pipe inside the black tank just had some not so great stuff on it, blocking it, which I think is a possibility still. Now that we're in here, it's like, how long have we been here? It's like day 3.
Yeah.
Day 3 of being in it, and it's like clogged.
Yeah, before it was draining, but it just seemed like it got full so fast we'd empty it, and we're like, oh my gosh, our tank must be like 5 gallons. What the heck? But then it all of a sudden just wasn't draining, even though we're on full hookups and we had emptied it and it still wasn't draining.
Yeah.
So then we were like, uh-oh, there's a clog.
Like I have the black tank open right now just because we're
Which we know you're not supposed to.
It's not normally, but we're trying to figure out what's going on with it. When we got the RV, the toilet wasn't on it. They had it just sitting in the shower they had. And then we get it back home. We're cleaning everything out. I find like a plumber snake like you would use to clean your pipes out at your house. Don't use them for toilets and RVs. I don't think they go well together. And now we get ours all installed and start using it, and it's like not working. So they knew something was wrong with this dang bathroom black tank thing and just decided not to tell us and took theirs off. Like, I don't know, guys. Anyway, so we're dealing with that. We got to figure out how to clean it.
Unclog it.
Unclog it, I guess, and blast some of that ancient poo-poo away out of there and hopefully get the vent pipe uncovered.
If it's covered, we don't know.
And I'm not sticking my hands in it. I know I might sound like this guy, like this, like I might just not care about getting other humans' poop on me, but I do. I care a lot, and I ain't doing it. Ain't getting it on me, Victoria.
Don't look at me. I ain't doing it. I told Craig, we watched a YouTube video, so we're like, how to unclog a black tank, poop pyramid. That's what we assume we got going on here, right? First thing we tried, hot water down there. And then we heard and it all went away. And we're like, we fixed it. But
we didn't.
I
think it's got some ancient poo-poo on the walls, just making it a little tiny hole down there. The only thing I can really think of is that it's not able to suck out good and right because the vent pipe is clogged, which can happen if you, a lot of times what people do that don't RV, or even some that do RV, is they open a black tank and just leave it open while they're at the campgrounds, which builds what's called a poop pyramid. And I really believe that's what happened for a long time in this one. And it probably covered up the vent pipe opening inside the black tank, so now it's not able to flow right because you need air, and so it's just clogging up really fast. Also, there's probably some stuff in there, even though we've been emptying it and it's like crystal clear water that comes out of it now, but it's not draining properly. So
we've got 2 options here. We've found 2 options, 2 solutions. on the YouTube besides the hot water, which clearly didn't work. First one that we're gonna try is we're gonna get some PEX tube. We're going to the store right now to get some PEX, and we're gonna just like stick it down the toilet and try to wash it out that way. Like literally just like try to unclog it. Ugh. Second one, we watched somebody, they had to cut their pipe underneath their storage thing to reveal this massive ball of clogged nastiness sticking out of their pipe. And that option is not actually an option. If that's the option we come to, we're removing the toilet and putting a composting toilet in, because that is not happening. So basically either first option works or we're just not going to use our black tank. I guess those are our options. I know they gotta have some PEX somewhere.
Listen.
Here you go. How are we gonna fit this in? Perfect. You missed our last video. We're in Port St. Joe. We're oh, I keep messing up your name lately.
No.
It's where Craig grew up. And the beach though is beautiful. We love being near the beach. The water's gorgeous, especially now that it's calmer.
So, we have a plan. We're going to attach this pipe to this guy like that, and then we can attach a water hose to this, and then we can take this thing and go like that and scare the poop away.
Ah.
Yep.
I see.
That's the plan.
Okay, let's get our PEX tool. We brought it.
Go ahead and let us know in the comments. Is that how you would do it? Like this? Like that?
I mean, it looks kind of effective. It was really swishing around down at the bottom.
That's how you do it.
That's how you do it.
I didn't make it up. Completely, maybe.
It's leaking.
It's for sure leaking.
What the heck is it for?
That's all it will go on.
I hate plumbing.
I do too. Alright, here we go. Here, hold this. We got to wrap a rag around that so it's not spraying too much.
Okay. Since apparently the threads aren't
right. Our fitting does not
fit hoses.
Plumbing is so annoying. There's no sense in having this many different types of threads.
So.
We're going in. We're going in.
Okay.
And that's all we got.
Really? What happens?
I don't know, because you're kind of blocking me.
You probably want to hold it open.
I don't want it to get me. There is a tight spot right there, though. Wow. Alright. I think we turn it on. I'm leaving that guy as shut as possible, though.
Here it goes. Tell me if I need to turn it off.
I will.
The guy on the video said to basically do it exactly like your demonstration. Just get all around in there.
Alright, turn it off.
I mean, did it seem like you got it unclogged?
It didn't seem anything that was clogging it, really. The only thing I can think of is that tight spot right there where it's a bend or something.
It just...
How clear our black tank water is.
Oh. Yep. Oh, there was some stuff.
Was there?
Yeah.
Well,
maybe.
Not as clear as I thought it would be, really. There's a lot of stuff coming out.
Yeah. So maybe you cleared a clog.
I don't know.
Some ancient poop. It was coming out clear, so we definitely did something here. Whether or not the black tank is officially fixed is still to be determined. However, we are officially ready to hit the road for our big trip. Here's a hint, we're continuing to head west, but don't worry, all the details will be revealed in our next video, so hit that subscribe button, and thank you guys for joining us.